Yesterday's workout wore me out. After the 18 miles to get to the start, the almost 60 miles of focused paceline work was enough for me to call it a day. I still had 18 miles to ride back home, which I did. Kept the bike moving, kept it steady, got home, and first thing I did was pour me some soy milk, put 3 scoops of chocolate flavored Recoverite in it, and that went down real smooth. It was interesting to note that I was not hungry like I was the day before. After I had the Recoverite, I didn't eat for almost an hour, where the day before, as soon as I was done with the Recoverite, 10 minutes later I was eating a meal. Now, don't get me wrong, I was eating a lot of calories that day, but not as much as the day before. That wasn't the only thing I was doing for recovery. I was also doing self-massage. Glutes, hamstrings, quads, even calves. Other than just general massaging to help flush out different pains, so to speak, I would focus on those areas that had a little bit of extra pain, a little extra spasms, and I would work out that muscle as best as I could. I wasn't only doing this for the ride the next day, but I was doing it for the ride the day after. Now, as I said before, days 1 and 3 were more endurance-based. Days 2 and 4 have a lot of endurance aspects, but they are much tougher rides. Knowing that day 4 is going to be a toughie for me, I had to make sure that things didn't stack up against me that I had control over. And so one of those things was working out my muscles. The other was making sure I took in enough calories. And the third is getting enough sleep. Sleep this time was coming easy for me. So after today's penultimate workout, it's pretty much the same thing. Start off with the Recoverite. Do the massage. Eat well throughout the day. Make sure I get enough sleep. And speaking of sleep, that's where I'm heading now. Tomorrow is going to be a tough day. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusas, episode 3 of the T-Block. So just completed day 3. Day 3 was strictly endurance. Because I did about 183 miles the last 2 days with a tough workout at day 2, I modified my endurance work. I stayed away from the rest of the group so I wouldn't be tempted with trying to keep up with them and play with them. And I just stuck around home. I did pretty much totally flat, 2.25 hour, 37 miles. And I did it in a small ring. Reason is that I'm worried about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a tough one. I feel good. It's nothing to do with system energy, but it has to do with some of the muscles in my legs. Tomorrow I'm going to have people out here that are going to be, would not have done all 4 days. They're going to be fresher than I am, and they're ordinarily stronger than I am. So it's not a case of keeping up with them. It's a case of meeting the parameters that I have set for that workout tomorrow. There's going to be a set of parameters I have to do at the beginning of the ride, and then a real tough set of parameters at the end of the ride. So you want to see what those are? You have to stay tuned. Day 3 is in the books. Until next time, Yasus.